Hey, good day, good day, good day. It's Ronco Johnson, your lifestyle focused wealth coach. How's everybody doing today? Listen, most people think success is all about what you achieve. But the truth is, it's very simple. Success is about who you have become. Today, we're going to talk about, and I'm going to reveal 5 secrets that turn ordinary people into legacy builders. And the secrets we use inside my foundation, the Ronco Johnson Foundation, that helps you earn your $10,000 back through a one-to-one and one-to-many, step-by-step conversation that's going to lead you to your destiny. So you're going to want to stick around for this one. You're going to want to be around because we're going to unleash the secrets to success that you can start right away. And it's going to impact your lifestyle, your wallet, your business in such a way that I just can't wait to see you on the inside. So come on in. I'll see you there. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. This is Lifestyle Focused Wealth Podcast. I'm Ronco Johnson, and this is When the Lights Go Out. Are you ready? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming and hanging on with us. And let's go ahead for the home of structure, readiness, and privacy protection, where generational legacy lies right here on our program. So I'm your host, Super Agent Ronco Johnson, and the founder of the Ronco Johnson Foundation. And we're going to be talking about some of our prime starters that become prime movers in our program today, and what prime movers become once they start becoming legacy builders. And what I mean by that is what happens when you move fast, when you hear something that you know in the deep souls of your spirit that you're supposed to act now, not tomorrow, not next week. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to ask somebody about it right now. Prime movers move fast and they become legacy builders. And we want to talk to you about how that works. And we want to talk to you about what that looks like in your world, right? So it's very simple. As I said at the very top of the year, it is a new year. We want to really, really, really drive home and focus on this program. 5 secrets that I think every legacy builder needs to know. And it's the same secrets that we use inside of our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. It's the same secrets I use at L.R. Johnson Associates, our insurance and financial planning firm, and the Ronco Johnson Foundation to help our members transform their identity to build structure and then help them earn their first $10,000 back through our one-to-many type of concept, meaning how many people are you talking to? Are you doing one-to-one, or are you doing small webinars, or do you want to go out and become a national or global speaker where you can speak to many? You know, my background as a former radio host in Atlanta, Georgia. One thing I can remember one of my mentors talking to me about, and I can remember being so nervous about the first time I was going live on air. He said, "Hey, there's nothing to worry about. You've been doing the whole system for a year and a half now. All you have to do now is press the red button." And that red button was the access to 5 million listeners. Well, I was doing really well until he mentioned the 5 million listeners. And then when it became time to hit go, I remember my hand just shaking, and I couldn't get my hand right to hit that button. I remember being super, 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 super. I guess I could add another super. Nervous about that opportunity. So that when I did open the mic, nothing came out of my mouth. And you know, in radio, that's a bad deal. 6 seconds of dead air, you may lose your career. Well, it is okay for you to be nervous about some of the things we're going to be talking about today. And I want to tell you, these are all coming from lifetime of experiences. And I've been there. And we want to make sure that we can help unlock some of these secrets that have been hidden that forces people like yourselves to be stuck. And we don't want to get you stuck. We want to help your mindset start to shift to become a prime mover. If you're one of those people that delays, one of those people who thinks about it or gets anxiety about it, we want to help you get to the point where you can make a decision really fast. When you hear the opportunity, you know this is the opportunity that I need to make a move. This is the opportunity that I need to make a move to change my life. This is how we do it. But it's also based in structure, because the structure is a high income, it's basically for high income earners that need a solution. Okay. And we want to be able to talk to that. We want to be able to have the conversation of that. And that's what lifestyle focused wealth is all about. The identity transformation that happens behind it is another thing. These are what we call legacy builders. And we actually got an award for that. In our Legacy Builder Awards, we start to see people, everyday normal people, just like you, who have started out, maybe they were in debt. Maybe they had no idea how to save. Maybe they didn't know the ups and downs about how to use financial vehicles in an effective way so that they're leveraging their time, not spending as much money, and they're not reducing their capital. Today, those people have transformed into people who have saved more time, earn more revenue, and continue to earn while their money is sitting in a vault for their families. And we've talked about that, right? That's continuously growing, compounding, uninterrupted, while they leverage those assets without taking away from their future growth, right? We're also going to talk about how you can join our upcoming webinar and start your journey with our coaching and our support and our lifestyle focused wealth team. So if you're ready to start building this structure or protect your family, it's time to start thinking about stepping into this assignment. It's time to start thinking about being in alignment with people who want to be just like you, people who want to be just like millionaires and billionaires and learn what they're doing and how we can do this effectively together. See, the thing is, you got to want to do something together. So at the end of this, you're going to be able to register for our one-to-many webinar that's coming up. I'm really excited about it. I've been talking about it coming for the last year and a half, and you're going to be able to learn how you can earn $10,000 back and become a legacy builder. So by joining our Ronco Johnson Foundation, and Scott, I have to warn you, we only got limited access for you. But for those people who act quickly, those prime movers, I can promise you this. It's a lifetime of transformation that you're going to be able to have. It's a lifetime of transformation. I can tell you that right from the jump. So if you want to know more, you need to stay around. Check out our shorts. Check out our reels. They're all over the internet. It doesn't matter what format. You can always check it out at roncojohnson.com. And I look forward to seeing you around. But we're going to get into it first. Thank you guys for joining us. And all of my friends, all of our family members, thank you for your support who've reached out to us. As you may or may not know, I've had some family emergencies. We're experiencing the lights out moment, but the lights are flickering, but they're not out. But I thank you all for keeping us in your prayers. And my father's doing much better. I thank you for just showing your concern. And I love it. I love it when you have people like yourselves that we can lean on. And I'm hopeful that you feel like I'm there for you so you can lean on. So thank you so much. But again, welcome to Lifestyle Focused Wealth. And we want to go ahead and start talking about it today. We want to go ahead and get you inside and welcome you back. And hopefully we can get you into a situation where you can start acting now. You can start acting now. So what do I want you to act on first? It's really simple. If this is your first time here, put the words takeaways in the story, in the comments, in the chat. That way, if I can see you, I can mention you, and then we can start talking about the takeaways that you're taking away from this, because it's going to be action-packed. I might be speaking fast, but you just got to listen. I always tell people, if I'm talking too fast, you're probably listening too slow. So you better get your pens and paper ready. And do me a favor, let's go ahead and smash that like button or the subscribe button, depending on where you are. Why? Because the algorithm needs your support. Go ahead, check off everything on there. Just do it. It didn't cost you anything. You're watching me anyway. So hit the smash button, subscribe, share it with a friend, and hopefully you hit that notification bell so you can get all of our future content that we got coming up. And I'm looking forward to it. And I just want to say thank you in advance for allowing us to be a part of your transformation. So thank you so much. But let's jump right into it. The 5 secrets. And we'll talk about some pain points right now that I can honestly say these are pain points that everybody has. And I wish I could say that I really believe that, there is a pain that happens. But from that pain that happens comes a transformation. And for a lot of people, that transformation is told through their story, right? When the lights go out, are you ready? Give an example. When the lights go out, are you ready? Came from a knee injury I experienced in college, where I thought I was going to be playing pro basketball for the rest of my career. And I realized that as an NCAA basketball player, that when the lights went out, I didn't feel like I was so supported because the university didn't have anything for me after the end of my senior year, where I wanted to go back to school. And it was like, well, you're done. Sorry. As I hobble across the basketball court with the lights off, and I'm still 4 years from learning how to walk again. See, these are the stories that have transformed my life. It created a situation where I thought it was gloom and doom at the time, that it's become a lifesaver for many, many of you. Because lights out moments don't just happen in sports. It happens at home. It happens with families. It happens in businesses. But how you overcome it is really where it matters. So these are the pain points that we talk about. These are the stories that we're talking about. And the transformation, well, years later, I have had more successes than failures. I'm here to tell you. I like to tell people that I'm a winner. I said, but I'm not undefeated, but I don't lose often, right? So being one of America's top, less than 1% in the world of what we do, that is not a flex. That's just the truth. That's what it is. And when you want to find information from the top, you got to go where the top is. And those people that I have been around, they absolutely know they're not lacking intelligence. They're not. Many times when I'm dealing with high energy people, it's they're lacking structure. And when we're talking about secret number 1, lacking structure, that can be the difference between you winning and you being postponed. So we want to go ahead and get you into a structure that's guaranteed to keep you in alignment. We want to go ahead and get you into a structure that can push you right down the lane where we want to be. Does that make sense? If I'm making sense, give me a thumbs up in the chat and say, I understand. I understand. Clarity. Put clarity in the chat. Because at this particular point, we want to make sure you're getting all the news, right? And before I start, we're going to even bring down the music. Let's bring down the music just a little bit here, because I want to make sure you're getting it. I want to make sure you're getting that you must understand that you are enough. See, here's the pain point for high income earners who feel overwhelmed, who feel scattered, who feel exposed. See, I once worked with some clients making, about $400,000 a year. But one of these clients male. He was one emergency away from losing everything. And that's just how it was, okay? Not because he wasn't smart. It was because he had no structure. By us talking about this information that I'm sharing with you, he was able to structure and create with clarity. See, if you can think about a river as it flows, right? A river may be flowing downstream, or a lake or a river. Let's just say a river. If you've ever been down river rafting or something like that, you understand where I'm going. Water runs downhill until there's a tree branch that goes across the lake. Now you see the water start moving in all different directions. Well, is the water running straight? Is it clear? Or is there a waviness in the water that you have to go around a different path, is what I'm saying. Well, think about it like this. If I move that tree limb from the lake and I have a straight path, I'm able to see that the structure has been created so I can see it clearly. There's nothing else in front of me that I can see that causes disruption. But the real truth, if you're really in the river, you know there's going to be rocks, you know there's going to be tree limbs. Heck, there might even be a waterfall. So clarity creates confidence. If I know I can see ahead of me, I know what I'm doing. The confidence creates wealth. The wealth isn't just money. It's doing what I want to do, when I want to do it, with who I want to do it with. So I want to make sure you're getting this information right away, because the foundational tie-in here is that this is why our foundation, the Ronco Johnson Foundation, has used and started with these types of structures that have caused awakenings for everybody. You know, Russell Brunson calls it his fountainhead structure, you know, but when we're starting to talk about this thing, it's interesting. Why? Because we want to build your confidence. We want to build your confidence. See, when you join our upcoming webinar, I can promise you this. You're going to learn this structure. It's going to protect your future, your financial future, and that's going to be something that's important to you. And once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. This is a skill set that you're going to take back. Secret number 2, your speed determines your success. See, at this point, people hesitate. They overthink things. They miss opportunities all the time. See, I'm going to talk about this person that I know. I watched a member go from a prime starter to a prime mover in 48 hours, and simply because they took action fast. See, that speed earned that person his first $10,000 back. They got their corporation open. They got their business open. They got their wills and trust in alignment. They got their life insurance, their annuities. They started talking about buying real estate and all these different things. The transformation from that conversation, and along with the speed of making a decision, speed is the identity, and identity is the destiny. See, that's where this thing is really coming together. And I'm watching this same thing happen with our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. So this is why we created what we're calling our Prime Movers designation with the N, our foundation, because we want to reward you for moving fast. We want to remove your anxiety and the hesitation that really truly exists for everybody. And we want to give it to all of us right here online every Friday at 1 o'clock. Because if you're a prime mover, you're going to start the journey today. You're going to join our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community today. You want to start changing these habits and make the transition for your family today. No more excuses. It's the top of the year. It's a brand new season. It's 2026. It's time that we start thinking a little bit differently. Secret number 3, your presentation is your wealth engine. See, if I could teach you how your presentation can increase your wealth just by taking people out of the struggle. And when I mean the struggle, people struggle to communicate their value. A lot of times, we all would assume that our value is at $100 or $10 or $20 or $50. And who knows, you may be sitting on information that thousands of people need to hear. See, once I coached a woman that had this knowledge, and I'm going to call it worldly knowledge, but she had no presentation. And we would sit down and have these conversations all the time. And I was like, Joan, you're just so insightful. Joan was so insightful because she had lived many lives, not just one, but she had lived many lives just in one life. And I asked her, I said, well, hey, what's keeping you, what's holding you back from sharing this information with the world? I don't know, she says. So we started to have the conversation, right? Once we built her the conversation where she could speak one person to many people, she made $12,000 in that first week. She literally made $12,000 in that first week. Now, what really happened? As I said earlier, your transformation comes from understanding that your presentation is your positioning, and then your positioning is your credibility. And that's where we want to make sure that when you join Lifestyle Focus Wealth, you're around other people. Our advisors that are out there, we want to make sure that they're able to position themselves as credible advisors, meaning we have a structure, we have a system that we put them in. So if you see an L.R. Johnson and Associates member, one of our affiliate partners, I can promise you this, they're in alignment, they're in position, they understand the structure, and they can position you with all the credibility in the world. See, inside of our foundation, we're building this, we want to call it $1 million presentation that's step by step to teach you in our academy how this works. So the only way you're going to have to do it, you're going to have to register online for our one-to-many and build your presentation. Get your presentation skills up so that you can tell the world your story. You don't know. You might be influencing so many people to change their current lifestyle. You might be sitting on the secret to their success. Step number 4, secret number 4. Your legacy is built through identity. Let's start detaching from income, because most of us that have been down this route, we've noticed that there's people who have tremendous wealth that has gone broke because their identity was tied to their wealth or to their cash flow. When the truth is, your legacy is built through your identity, but not through your income. Okay? So we want to make sure that people, stop chasing money, because people who chase money never really transform. It's known. We know that. As advisors, we know that. I can tell you that I've met a few people that have made $1 million or more, and they still feel empty. I remember one of my mentors saying to me, when I was in radio, I can remember back then, I was trying to, as a young 20-something, I was trying to figure out, I wanted to be this radio personality. I wanted to go on, at the time, MTV, and I'm producing all these shows. And I remember my mentor, his name is Ken. And I said, hey, Ken, I'm thinking about this thing in financial services. And I was trying to figure out how we do it and save more time. I really just wanted to save more time. And he said, well, let me just share with you. He said, you have to make a decision. Do you want to be wealthy, or do you want to be a person who is well known or wealthy? In this scenario, you can't have both. And I said, well, I want to be both. I want to be wealthy and I want to be well known. He said, well, you can't have both. He said, I want you to keep in mind, I know a lot of people who are known by a lot of people who are broke. He said, but there's a lot of wealthy people that you don't know. For me, that was transformational because I understood legacy is who you become. It's not what you earn. You become something different. Everybody has a starting point with zero. But once you start getting around the room where influence is evident, where sophistication is evident, where you can't go backwards, and you start learning that every room has a VIP room, and every VIP room has an exclusive room, and every exclusive room has another level. And that tier just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. This is why I created the Legacy Builder Award, and this is why it exists, because we want to honor the identity transformation in you. That's exactly what we want to do. So we want you to think about, we want you to go ahead and stop thinking. You need to join the foundation and become part of this evolution. It's that simple. It's really that simple. We want you to go ahead and just think about, why am I sitting on the sideline? Am I saying something that's different? Is Ronco saying something that is not resonating with me? If I'm resonating with you, please put this in the comments. Put it in the comments. Let me say hello to everybody, by the way. I know you're in the comments, but we had so many more things to go by. I just wanted to make sure that everybody's getting to see it, right? Because this is important. This is important. It's just part of what we do. It's part of who we are. Our secret number 5 that we're going to talk about is you don't need more information. What you need is more action. Activation is the key to your action. Okay? People consume content like never before, but they don't execute. You know, those people say, hey, I want to talk to you about this and that and the other. I got this idea, this grand idea, but they don't execute it. And then they get upset when someone says, hey, you know, I'd rather give that to you when you pay for my course, when you pay for my class, when you join our mastermind. It's not because I don't want you to win. It's because the information is too valuable to be wasting on people who are never going to use it. See, I can tell you a story about a woman that told me that she had taken 17 courses, but she never implemented any of this stuff. But once she did, she joined our foundation, and once she did, she activated. And once she started activation, she earned $10,000 right back. It wasn't the fact that she wasn't smart. She just needed activation. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a firm believer that activation beats education some ways. Because the movement beats motivation. Those people who move, believe now. I get this when I do my live seminars and when I'm on speaking tours and this, that, and the other. People ask me, what was your number one thing of success? What would you change if you were younger? And I always say, I wish I would have learned when I was younger to believe more. And I would have just believed more with less information then and just jumped right in and did exactly what they said to do. Why? Because the action and the activation, it was much higher than the education that I had received. And the movement, just by just being in it, doing the actions, it became motivation for me. Why? Because I could see the results. This is why the foundation includes a one-to-many activation form, a formula, a plan. Why? Because we want you to be able to activate. We want you to start talking to not just one or two people in your family. We want you to start talking to many. If you had a cure for cancer and you knew that you could cure this cancer, wouldn't you talk to many more people? I promise you. If you had the cure in your back pocket, it's a moral obligation for you to solve the issue for people. And when you start thinking about that, um, how can you not want to serve? How can you hold a solution in your pocket watching people starve? It's not right. It's not right. So, with that in mind, I want you to think about starting your activation right now. Join our next webinar. Get involved. Get involved. Why? Because it's really simple. I know you've been watching this. I know you've been watching, and you see the momentum happening. This is not by mistake. It's not by mistake. So you need to remember, you're not here to chase income. Most wealthy people are not chasing income. Why? Because they're buying their time back. You're here to build legacy. You're here to become the person your family can depend on. You're here to step into your assignment. That's what Lifestyle Focused Wealth is all about. See, in today's episode, I told you I was going to speak to you. And then it's time for us to take the next step. It's time for us to start elevating. It's time for us to think about registering for our one-on-one, our one-to-many webinar. It's time to start learning how you can earn your $10,000 back just because you're a legacy builder and becoming part of our community. See, when you join our foundation, the Ronco Johnson Foundation, you could have lifetime access to lifetime transformation. But you're probably sitting there. See, there's an advantage for you moving fast because you'll be able to upgrade. You'll be able to upgrade to our inner circle. You'll be able to get to meet our prime movers and other prime movers as they rise, because we only want to pick the people in the room that recognize that this right here, this is your moment. This right now is your movement. This place right now that you're watching is the beginning of your legacy. Lifestyle Focused Wealth is part of that. And, I'll see you on the next episode. And I hope I see you inside the foundation, because I'm speaking right to your heart, right? I'm speaking right to your heart today. So with that in mind, you should be thinking about, hey, what does this look like to me? What does this look like to me? I see some people already blowing up our chat. Hey, good day, good day, good day. I see Leela over there in Belize. Thank you very much. Hopkins Village. Okay, that's where you are in Belize. Man, let's go. Let's get it. Thank you for joining us today. Hey, Donna, I see you out there. Happy Friday. I see you. Thank you for joining us. I see you. Who else is out there? Hi, Sandra. I see you out there today. Thank you guys for joining us. And I see you guys activating right now and getting ready for our 2026 season. Man, I have been really, really focused on nothing but how I was going to talk to you guys in this upcoming year. How I'm going to challenge you guys. It's still January and we're still writing things out, but I can tell you I'm so super excited because we're motivating people, not just one at a time, but by many. By many. I think our site just now is crossed over a new threshold. I think we're over 60,000 views at this moment, and we're hoping to be more and more and more. And we're seeing people coming in by the tons, actually, just to sit down, have their conversation, roll out their map, and us start designing these plans that is changing the way we see our family's wealth. And for you advisors out there, how do you scale your business from where you are to get to the next level so you can generate more traffic, more sales, and more profitability faster? How can we use AI and those skill sets to do this faster, saving us more time? It's more efficient. How can we do it? Well, you need to be part of our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community to get some insight on how you can do it and why you can do it. And we have a structure. We have a system, and that system works. And we know that the people we're surrounded are high prime movers, and they've been prime movers, and you're seeing them all over your internet. You're seeing them all over, and they're making impacts everywhere they go. Well, guess what? You're invited to the party, but you're on the outside looking in. We need to have you on the inside. Hey, join our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. Membership starting at $16 a month when you pay the annual subscription. So register online today at www.lifestylefocusedwealth.com. So you know what? What's the solution? What's the solution? What is the solution for you? What is it going to take to get you off to a fantastic start in the first quarter of the year? So have you written down your action plan? Have we thought about it? Have you thought about what we're going to do? Well, listen, I'm going to give you one suggestion. You can join me. Go ahead. RoncoJohnson.com is right there below. You can go there, sign up for a one-on-one, have a conversation with us. Ask us how can you get down with our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. Ask us how you can be a part of our foundation and the movement. Why? Because we want you there. We want you there. We need you. Everything you need is in the room. Everything you need is in the room. So if you're wanting to know how do we put this in your business's operation agenda, and you want to know how you can automate your SEO systems for your business or your what you're trying to recommend, how do I earn my money back if I'm going to pay for coaching, or how can I do that? Well, it's pretty simple. We have an answer for you. How do I buy more advertising without money necessarily coming out of my pocket? We got an answer for you. We really do. The solution for podcasts, content engines, and funnel integrations, we got that for you too. What else do you need? Because the wonderful thing is we're working day and night to make sure that if it's everything from the Ronco Johnson Foundation, Lifestyle Focused Wealth, and the podcast, we got the Legacy Builder Awards in our foundation, the one-to-many conversation. We're talking about how you can earn your $10,000 back guaranteed. We're talking about your high-ticket offers and how you can ascend from where you are to where you want to be and what you want to become, to how your content can grow, how your identity-driven momentum is important. We're talking about it all. It's because whatever you need, we're solving it. We're not just one trick. See, that's what architects do. We build systems that provide solutions for you to succeed. And we're giving you the missing words or the missing phrases that you could just plug and play in your system to help unclog that river. Get that log out the river so you can see in plain sight where you're heading. And we know that we're going downstream. Am I making sense to you? If I'm making sense to you today, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Is there any questions out there in the room today? Is there any questions in the room? Because I need your focus. If you could throw me a question or two, I will be more than happy to ask it. You can go to RoncoJohnson.com. You can go to our LifestyleFocusedWealth.com website. Any of those places that you need to go, that we need to get this information out. I'm just going to tell you, I want to go ahead and thank you in advance for subscribing. I want to go ahead and thank you for wanting to learn more financial tips and more of the things that we're talking about, because this season is your season. This season is our season. We're going in with a new state of mind. Win. And keep winning. Every single month, every single day, you just keep pushing. You keep prospering. Don't get delayed by the naysayers. Let them watch. Because all they're doing is watching you succeed And when you overcome and you reach that goal line, they're going to be a witness. And then guess what? They're going to want to join you too, because you've just proven that with a little bit of guidance, a little bit of coaching, that what you think about can be accomplished. And sometimes other people need to see your success for them to have the courage to go after their own. To go after their own, right? That's where we are. Unfortunately, that's where we are. So why don't you go ahead and just decide? We want to decide to go ahead and be leaders. So you can be a leader by joining our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community for $16 a month. If you pay your annual subscription, we want you to be inside the room. Why? Because it's necessary. It's necessary. We need to start having these conversations right now. We need to start having it right now so that people can understand where we're headed. Because it's no secret. I'm not keeping it a secret. Because I'm watching people win every single day, and we're loving it. Okay? So I'm telling you right now, if you want to continue to win, if you want to continue to build, let us know. Let us know. You want to be in the room where everybody around you is entrepreneurial, impactful, and making a difference and building lives of significance that can help other people. Come on ahead. We got room for you. Come on ahead. We got room for you. Hey, look, I got a question out there from Donna. She says her takeaway. What is your takeaway, Donna? Let me see if I can get you up there on the board. Let me see your takeaway. If you don't have the finances, what you can do now to create income to purchase the $10,000 package. If you don't have income, if you don't have the finances, what can I do now? Well, there's several different ways. There's several different ways that you can figure this out. See, most wealth people have seed capital, right? We've talked about seed capital. Maybe you got a credit card with a $10,000 balance on it or opportunity. Well, am I spending this $10,000 on something that I'm going to hang on the wall that I'm not going to use? Or am I spending this $10,000 on something that's going to generate me $100,000? Because I'm intentional, right? If that room was a $10,000 seed, hey, listen, tell you what, why don't you sign up for a seminar? You can even use this structure. Hey, pay me $1,000 for our coaching. And for every person you bring behind you, I'll give them $1,000. So what does that mean? When you pay your $1,000 for our coaching and you bring somebody with you, we're going to give you $1,000. You bring two people, we're going to give you $2,000. Bring three people, we're going to give you $3,000. Why? Because it's worth it. You've just turned that $1,000 into a profit center just by joining our foundation. And you get to take the information that we're going to share with you of the secrets of what to do with that money to elevate your entire experience. That's just one option. That's just one idea. There's many more like it. But Donna, thank you for asking, because there's so many ways that we can do it. We can leverage credit. We can leverage your cash value. We can leverage real estate equity. We can leverage margin accounts, all these different things. The question is, when you take the money, are you going to be putting it into an effective way to earn that money back? See, people do it all the time for things that they really don't use. This is not one of them. Having the knowledge and having the ability to speak from one person to many people and have your own offers in place, it makes perfect sense. And then whatever you're an expert at, on top of that, we want to elevate you as a professional. Are you an athlete that needs to talk about how to take better care of your body? Are you a musician that probably knows some production? Are you a dancer that probably needs to talk about technique. Are you a financial professional that wants to talk about how to leverage my personal brand in large seminars? It really doesn't matter. The structure is what matters. The structure is what matters. Did I answer your question? Hopefully that answered your question, right? So, what are we going to do when the lights go out? Are you ready? Are you ready? I just want you to see yourself. Yeah, am I ready? You ready? What we want to do is to make sure that if your light was off and we gave you an idea and we turned the light bulb on, that now you can clearly see your pathway. You can clearly see that we have actually got a process for you to clean up all those safety concerns that you were worried about, right? We got a process that helps you to structure and create clarity. We have a process that gives clarity more confidence. We can turn your confidence into wealth. We've also talked about today that why your speed and why you're jumping into opportunities that make sense. Your speed is your identity. Are you a person that said, let's go, let's go? Or your identity is your destiny. The faster you get there, the faster you're going to be able to improve. And the faster you improve, the more people that you're going to have that are in alignment with your thoughts, your dreams, and whatever it is that you're bringing to the table. The next transformation for you is very easy because your presentation, whether it's your look, how you speak, or what the topic you're talking about, that is your positioning. And your positioning brings you credibility. As soon as you walk in the room, they're going to know they're talking to the right person. They're going to know that you're the right person for the job of helping them get to the next step, to elevate them to the next series. Because in transformation, your legacy is who you become. It's not what you earn. It's not about your money. Because money isn't real anyway. But when we start thinking in an abundant way, we start to focus on activation. We also know that our activation beats education. But the movement that you're in beats motivation. Listen, I hope I've been able to give you some information today that helps to just drive you over the top. I want you to be a part of our inner circle. I want you to be a part of our foundation. I'm hopeful that I see you at the top. But I want you to remember, this is your moment. This is your movement. And this is also your legacy. Hey, that's my time. I'm Ronco Johnson, your lifestyle focused wealth coach. I want to say thank you to you for joining us. And guess what? Hopefully I've been able to inspire you to be your best every single day. And you can join me right here every Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is when the lights go out. Are you ready? I'll see you next week. Peace.